right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that due to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Chakmadash, double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, Shalom. To you sincere Akim out there, Shalom and Barakathum. And I'll just title this Offenses, Forgiveness, and Emotional Management. All right. Working title, Salakia, but the thing that was kind of weighing on my spirit was the main thing I'm thinking about is the individual that I see, a lot of the elders and elder bishops doing responses to, regarding the matter of a guy by the name of Yahweh Call, who's been basically sowing discord and division among, brethren and the camp heads. And, my take on the whole matter is, we as sincere brothers, if you're a sincere Akim, it's a self-inventory thing, in terms of where you are and how you feel about brothers. All right. The scriptures say that he that ruleth the spirit can take a city. All right. And oftentimes, when a demon is fucking with you, all right, he's got some kind of avenue or means of accessing you. All right. And so it really goes back to what spirit are you in, and how strengthened and fortified is your spirit against wicked and demonic spirits. Because honestly speaking, man, like one nigga sowing discord is really small compared to what we're getting ready to go through, So, and it's not a slight on the brother that may have been fooled, because we understand that, that niggas are dealing with high-level demons. But speaking in general, all right, if you focus on fortifying your mind and staying in the truth, all right, ruling your spirit, you'll be able to recognize wolves, all right, and you'll have the strength to resist them. But oftentimes, brothers are carrying things around that may have been said, that may have had an offense, but it wasn't big enough for maybe you to say nothing, but it still kind of bothers you, all right? And that tiny little bit of leaven is what I mean. It's an avenue for you to start listening. You're like listening to a nigga, and before you know it, he's made a couple good points. You see? And a lot of the work that we're gonna have to do, all right, is before the actual game. You look at a football game or a basketball game, man, the game itself only lasts a few hours, but you have multiple practices, man, before the game that lasted hours and hours before that to prepare you for the real thing, and that's how we have to look at our walk, man. We got to be in the spirit of preparing ourselves and fortifying our mind, our spirit, all right, before the demon shows up. Oftentimes when a demon gets us is because he's caught us off guard, and brothers are going to be off guard from time to time, and Satan will win a battle or two here and there, man. That's part of the fight. That's why it is a fight, is because we are susceptible to taking a few hits, but all in all, man, the thing is going to boil down to, offenses, man, and the scriptures say, offenses will come. All right. So that's the thing that we gotta fortify our mind and be on guard and ready for it, man. Anything that you're holding on to from a brother, if I said anything offensive to a brother, Salakia, man, and if you are offended by something a brother said, look, you need to pray to the Most High, all right, and you need to decide whether or not it's a matter large enough to bring it to that brother, or you need to pray that the Lord just removes, all right, that leaven from you, all right, because Satan will use any advantage he possibly can against us to divide us, man, you know, all right. The scriptures say want us to abstain from offenses so the ministry not be blamed, okay, because that's what it's all about. It really just takes one brother to wild out, all right, and do the wrong thing. Okay, look at what Judas was able to do by one apostle being compromised, man. You know, he got the Lord set up just because one individual was listening to the wrong individuals at the right time. He was hurt about a previous matter. All right. He wanted glory of himself. Now we know it's all set up, that he was, you know, he was already prophesied, or it was already written, I would say, that he was going to betray the Lord. But you see the means by which these things creep up into camps, man. All right. And we're in the time where there's a lot of them, man. A lot of wolves out there, man. And if you're not girded and the leaven that's in you, all right, is not purged out, or enough of it's not purged out, Satan's going to get an avenue and an advantage of you, man. All right. You don't want to be in a boxing match, all right, and then get out punched the first 3 rounds, and now you're in a deficit. You know, now the next 9 rounds you got to out punch even further. So you don't want to be at a disadvantage, which is what you are when you're carrying around things, man. The scriptures speak about forgiveness, man. That's an important thing. All right, because if we don't forgive each other, you know, which we are men who do say things that are offensive from time to time, whether intentional or unintentional. If you don't have that spirit of forgiveness, man, then ultimately that thing is going to be divided, and it's going to divide you, man. You know, that's what forgiveness is, man. It's a reconciliation of a relationship. All right. When there was things were at odds, when you forgive, all right, you say the thing that offended me, I don't expect anything to be done back from you on that matter. You know, in other words, it's absolved. We're good. That's what forgiveness is, and that mends the relationship, or gives the relationship an opportunity, all right, to flourish and grow, man. And Yahushua commanded us to be forgiving of one another, man. All right, especially on smaller matters. You know, maybe it was a brother's tone, or he said something he shouldn't have said. You know, those things, man. You have to. That's why the scriptures speak about examine. You will know them by their fruits, man. Examine the spirit by the spirit, man. All right. Quit getting caught up on the words and the choice of words that were used. All right, and look at the brother, man. You know, did he have a bad day? Did he, you know what I'm saying? Like, give some kind of flexibility, because that's love, man. All right, when we are commanded to love each other, man, it's a spirit of forgiveness, man. It's not a spirit of scorekeeping, counting points, tallying up things. You know this thing and that thing about a brother. You know, and then you holding on to it just in case, like a savings account. You know, so if any brother ever says anything to me, I'm bringing out all the receipts. Like, that is completely off, man. All right. And I wanted to address that matter, because that what I think is the other side of the equation of demons like this guy Yawakal, and why these other smaller, younger brothers are apt to listen to him, man, because there's some kind of offense there. All right. And ultimately, if that guy becomes an excuse for you to be mad and fall out of the truth, or get kicked out of the camp or whatever, then that, so be it, man. But for the sincere brothers, man, get that shit out of you, man, by any means necessary. The Lord is not gonna have an emotional nigga be the example that he wants to represent the mountain, man, Mount Zion. All right, the new governing body. He's not gonna have a man that's weak, that's holding on to trivial things that happened a long time ago, that can be easily divided by a man's words. All right, You know? So meditate on these things, man. But as things get crazier and crazier, because like I said, that nigga is just one demon, man. All right? What are you gonna do when family members do the same thing? People you known your whole life start being just as divisive and demonic. All right? That same demon on him, even bigger demon can jump on your mother, your wife. All right? Anything, man. You know, it's about preparing yourself. All right? As I repeat that paraphrasing of the precept again in Proverbs, he that ruleth his spirit can take a whole city, man. So I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. Call hello Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rachak Wadash. Shalom.